Cherry here with Passion Theme Life. I know that it has been a while since I've uploaded a video, but I will be back doing that every week now. It's been quite a long road trying to get moved into our little place, and I finally have like a setup where I can sit down and film, and it's not like the lighting is good and everything, so there's that. And today I'm going to be reviewing these 3 notebooks. These are Rhodia, I hope I'm saying that right, Rhodia notebooks, and this is a Clairfontaine. This is by a company in France that I want to say Exclair ink. I will link all of that stuff down below, but I'm going to be reviewing these for bullet journal notebook options, and I will also add them into my bullet journal notebook options on my blog, so you'll be able to find them there also. So how about we start with this Clairfontaine. This is an A5, it's thread bound notebook. There are 96 sheets of paper, it's squared, 90 G weight, is that gram? Yeah, paper, and it's all ivory and fountain pen friendly. And this is Clairfontaine. So when you open it up, it is like semi-hard, semi-soft cover. It's not as flexible as like the Moleskine covers. So I wouldn't really call it like hard or soft. It's kind of in between there. It's not super thick, but it's not super flexible either. And when you open it up, there's this little pocket right here, which is very convenient and nice. That's a nice feature. And then it has the Clairfontaine and my essential where you write your name and everything, and that's a pretty thick page too. This is contents page, so there's that, like the Leuchtturm journals, and there are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pages for contents, which that's a lot actually. That's a lot for a journal. I think the Leuchtturm only has like 4 or 5 something. Anyways, these are squared. I don't know, can you see that? They are squared numbered pages, and there are 184 184 pages. And they're squared, and there's this little space up here for you to write whatever, like your little header. So if you're a fan of like a really minimalistic look and you don't do like really huge headers all over the place, that would be nice. Like you write the date or like movie lists or whatever, and it'd just be really simple, and then you have that squared paper, which is always really nice. It does not come all the way to the edges like the Leuchtturm and Moleskine journals do. It is just a square of grid there, and then that just keeps going. And then in the back, yeah, all of the pages are the same. And in the back there is just an ending page. The world's best paper says, established in France since 1858, Clairfontaine is the only European stationery manufacturer still producing its own paper, so quality is assured. Satin finish for maximum smoothness in writing. And Clairfontaine 90 GSM paper suits all pen types and is a joy to use on a daily basis. So, as far as pen types, I would like to use this last. There's a paper that you can tear off, and I'm going to use some of the pens that I use most to kind of test this. So this is a Papermate Ink Joy pen. Let's put these up here. And this is the Pilot G2, which is really popular. This is a 0.38, so it's like super micro. I like how the way it writes. And actually this is not the Papermate Ink Joy, because I switched out the inside with a 0.38 because I liked the shape of the Inkjoy pens, but they wrote really thick, so I lied there. That's not a Papermate Inkjoy. That's close to the G2. And then here is the Lamy. This is a fine nibbed fountain pen that I got off of Goulet Pens. It doesn't really like lay flat. Maybe if you used it more, but it does tend to close when you're writing. So I'm like having to hold it down. But so far, like, the paper is really smooth to use. This is a Papermate Flare, which I actually just got these. My daughter likes to use them, so the tip is kind of weird here. They're kind of like markers. They are markers. It writes really thick, but smooth too. So it's not like one of the scratchy Crayola markers. They're nice, but there's a medium point there. These are just double-ended brush markers. With felt tip and the brush, and I use these for journaling, but on some of the paper they do bleed through, so I'm just gonna write brush. And I know I don't do very well writing with brush pens, but I like the look of them. And this is the midliners. I have a whole set of these that I use in my bullet journal for color coding and all of that fun stuff, adding color to my pages simply. So those are the pens that I use the most, and there's actually like very little ghosting, even like none of them bleed through, not even the Lamy. I think there's the Pilot G2 is actually the darkest one that I see come through. I don't know if you guys are catching any of that. There's really nothing there. So that paper quality is really good. And there's one bookmark, which, like, I use the bookmarks in my Leuchtturm a lot, and I also have other bookmarks that I make for my Artificial Happiness Etsy shop that I use a lot. So one bookmark is kind of inconvenient, but there's always ways that you can like add more or get creative with that. So that is the Clairfontaine notebook. It's really nice, good. I'm not a huge fan of the way it just abruptly ends and it's not like a full part of the page, but that's just my personal preference because I think I've gotten spoiled with the Leuchtturm and Moleskine, or the Moleskine squared pages, but a lot of people do like these, and I would use this as like a personal journal type stuff where I add backgrounds and everything because the paper quality is really nice and the pages are numbered. So there's that one. Alright, so let's start with the hardcover Rhodia notebook. And this is a dot grid. It says dot grid web notebook. I'm not sure what that means. Anyways, let's get this side or inside piece off. The hardcover is very smooth. Abby, give me that. Sorry, my daughters decided to just play drums just now. So the cover of this is very smooth, and this is like pressed into the cover of the notebook, and I find that to be really elegant and nice. And the outside it's not flush with the paper, if you can see that, I don't know. Like there is a lip right there, but that's nice, and it does help protect like the edges of your paper. Like this is really flush, but this, it's a little bit different than what I'm used to, but it's not a bad thing. When you open it up, everything is black on the first pages, and then it goes right into the dot grid paper. And down here it says, it's in French actually, French, and this is Clairfontaine paper, 90 GM square fabric, yeah. Okay, so this is the same paper as this. I guess I just made, I don't know how that works. And there's one bookmark here as well. And the dots go all the way to the edge. There is not numbered pages, but the dots go all the way to the edge, and the paper is very smooth. Abby. Thank you. Sorry. Alright. The pages are very smooth and very much like the very thick, very much like the Lloydstrom paper that everybody loves so much. And I've never had the Rhodia. I've had Lloydstrom and Moleskine journals, and I love the paper quality in the Lloydstrom journals. Moleskine tends to be a little bit thinner, but this doesn't feel like that. I do like the Moleskine books, and I do have one even right here. This is a Moleskine for my personal journal that I use, and that's nice. But for bullet journaling, for some reason, I really like this really thick paper that doesn't bleed through at all. My Moleskine tends to bleed through. Now, at the back, and there is a pocket back here. I'm not sure, is there a pocket on this one? No, just another little folder piece. So there is the pocket on the back of these Rhodia notebooks. And let me do another little pen test. You singing? Singing? What are you doing over there, Silly? Yeah? Oh. La 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 la. Oh. I know you're supposed to write in cursive with these things, I think. I don't know how to properly write with them, like I said earlier. But they're fun. It's fun to try and learn. Maybe I should look up some tutorials. Here, give that to Mommy. Yeah. Alright. And on the back side. Nope, nope. On the back side, again, there's like not even ghosting that I see. Maybe on the Lammy, on this one, there's like a little bit, but none of that really bothers me. And it doesn't, like, nothing even bleeds through. You can barely even see that I wrote on the other side, if at all. So that's really nice. Hey, hold on. There, play with the sandwich stuff. Alright, so one bookmark, beautiful paper, dark red, heavyweight ivory colored paper. It's very beautiful. There is not an index. Ooh. So heavy ivory dot grid paper, and while there's not an index in here, if you're a person that doesn't really use an index, this would be great, or you can even like just create your own index, which I've also seen done. And this is a wonderful quality notebook. I really like the feel of it. It's A5 as well. Paper's really nice, and it just has like a really smooth velvety cover to it. It's really nice. Now the soft cover notebook, I've never been like a huge fan of soft cover notebooks, but when I got this, the color, and it also has that really velvety feel to the front pages, and it's very like leathery and bendy. I don't know, the soft cover of the Moleskine that I had, I really wasn't a huge fan of. Maybe it was the color. I don't know, because I do love orange, and my mom's favorite color is orange, and she's like dying to get her hands on this after I review it. I'm gonna gift it to her. But it feels really nice and sturdy. Like, you can't really tear at this or anything, and I kind of felt like with the Moleskines, it was more like terrible. This feels really leathery and just kind of like a dory cover, like a thinner dory cover, if that kind of helps make sense in any way. Now there is not any pockets in the front or index or anything there. I kind of bent it. I bent it there. Sorry, Mom. And there is a nice bookmark. Again, only one bookmark here, but like I said, there's other ways to go through and add more bookmarks and stuff. This bookmark matches the book, and it has the same beginning as the hardcover did, and the same paper. It feels exactly the same. Very nice. The dot grid goes all the way to the edge, just like this one. And there's not numbered pages or anything. A lot of people feel that, like my mom actually prefers not to have the numbered pages. So that's why she's in love with this one. She really wants it. She's in a dory right now, and she's very excited to get this. And on the back there is a pocket here, pretty sturdy pocket, and then that same leathery background and a nice elastic. So I'm not going to do the pen test on here because the paper is exactly the same as that one, but I like the soft cover. I'm not usually a fan of the soft covers, like I said, but I do really like it. Seems sturdy and nice, and it has that same logo imprinted there on the front. Very nice. So that is that. I will add these in the description box down below and on my blog as well, where you'll be able to find more for notebook options, and that will be updated this week. I have a few more notebooks that I'm going to be reviewing this week. I'm just waiting for them to get to me, and then I will upload a video of those as well, and then those will also be added to my bullet journal notebook options page on my blog. All right, have a great day, guys. Bye.